catching the sound guy out there. welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are live for the next game. It is going to be Fnatic versus Azubu Blaze. So a good game to be had here, but we believe the winner faces Taipei Assassins.
I'm not sure if you want to win this game, do you?
Yeah, I mean, you want to.
You do because it's winners. You go to the winner bracket, which is, always a bonus. I'm just going to make sure that I've got this right. I'm going to just double check. So TPA versus Group A, second place. Yeah, so the winner of this one will take on Taipei Assassins in the first round of the upper bracket. And what an awesome clash, whichever way this one goes, that will be. And
that match will be on Stream 1 after this match finishes. It's going to be the two CLGs facing off against each other. That will be Freak and Jack bringing you that match live on Stream 1. But obviously, this is
our last match.
There's another hour to go. This is our last match, Joe. Oh. Yeah, we don't cast tomorrow.
Heart, bro. What? Oh, we don't cast together tomorrow. No. Yeah. We've flipped things out a little bit. I'm going to be casting with Jack,
with Freak,
and you're going to be casting with Freak.
That's going to be a live
at the end of the day, Demon.
Well, we'll see.
So we're not allowed to talk about it yet, are we?
Well, I'm thinking we'll see if it works.
Well, I was just going to say,
we'll see if it's set up and ready.
Me, Demon, and Jack are going to do a Korean-style TriCast. Obviously, we're going to be speaking English, so we're going to try fully Korean style.
We're going to try.
We're going to give it a try. The community have been asking for it, so we figured, why not? Let's give it a go. If it all goes pear-shaped, it goes pear-shaped. But you guys were asking for it, so we're going to give it a try.
Yes,
you've put two Zs in Azubu.
Well, the extra Zuzus. I can't see it. My eyes can't fit that far. Can't fit that far. I can't see that far even. I can't speak. I can't speak anymore. So you can see the picks and bans anywhere on your screens. Lulu, Olaf, and Twisted Fate banned out by Fnatic. Rengar, Elise, and Sona. Elise being banned out.
Elise against
Soaz. Because Soaz. So Azubu Blaze already showing they do their homework against these teams. So Fnatic having to pick up Diana. It's such a hardship, I know. And Ezreal and Cho'Gath. Cyanide on Cho'Gath not going for his usual Jarvan. And Orianna with Nunu picked up. Orianna versus Diana. I really never know who the strongest is. Are they really? I mean, Orianna is such a skilled champion. If you can land that shockwave in the right spot, the right time, does so much damage. And then you can see the Nunu in there as well. Expect to see a champion that's going to help out with that one. Could be Vayne. We saw Vayne maybe earlier on today. What will Azubu Blaze pick up here? I mean, honestly, I think it may well be Vayne. I mean, we're talking Captain Jack here, though, so it could be Graves. It is going to be Vayne. Vayne locked in. Joe, it's almost like we know these picks, know these teams. We've been going at it for a while, so we're in their heads.
At some point, we got to get it right, that's for sure. And there is a Mumu as well for Azubu. We've seen him pretty often here today as Steven
attacked by a sneeze.
Sneezes all
where that one
the
came
place.
from.
So yeah, I'm just trying to find my my statistics here actually for Azubu Blaze.
It's one of those days where you wish you had a mute button. But yes, Mumu being picked up there. We did see a Mumu with Moscow 5 earlier on today, but I don't remember I've seen Helios on a Mumu before. Especially when Lee Sin was available, and Zyra being picked up. Zyra is the support, Lee Sin jungle, which means actually it's going to be Cho'Gath in the top lane. It could, of course, be Lee Sin in the top lane. Soaz could be playing either one. Not sure which way it's going to go. Final top lane pick for Azubu Blaze to come in. They haven't been locked in just yet. There is Fnatic locking in their team. Strong team there from Fnatic. Azubu Blaze with a very good team of their own. Honestly, I have no idea which way this could go. Jax, of course, being picked in for Flame on that top lane. So Jax, we believe, versus Cho'Gath. Meanwhile, that bottom lane, strong bottom lanes from both teams. Rickles really is going to be tested here. He's only such a young player, but he's going to be tested alongside N-Rated, the support Germany. He's been across many fantastic teams. Of course, he was playing for AAA at the World Championships, IEM World Championships, I should say, not the Season 2 World Championships, but he's going to be up against Captain Jack and Lustboy. Very strong combination. Helios in the jungle versus Cyanide on Lee Sin in the jungle, and of course those two mid lane, Diana and Orianna. Joe, honestly, I couldn't call this one. No idea which way this will go.
It's a really hard one to call, but I think, again, late game combination for Azubu. Jax, gets to that Trinity Force Guardian Angel kind of area. Vayne, we saw it in the last game, albeit a little bit exaggerated. Not in the last game, in the last game we were on the main stage. That Vayne just gets so ridiculously strong, especially if you give a first blood, and then a few kills or so after that one. You just can't let that one happen. I was just trying to figure out where Reckles is from, because
it's from Sweden. I'm pretty sure he's Swedish. I'm absolutely certain, because he was in the DreamHack. There's not many that travel there if you're not Swedish, unless you're with a big team. He came there with the Navi guys. It was that mixed team, AB, whatever it was. He might have he got his history there?
Martin Larson. We can probably find out.
I've got him on Facebook. He used to be did he used to be in black as well? I'm not sure.
I want Cookie, LG.
We want his full history. We're looking at a
PAH.
PAH, that was it, yes.
Yeah,
so it was the team, yeah.
DreamHack Winter Summer 2012.
DreamHack Summer. DreamHack Summer 2012, yep. So, game just about to get underway. Picks and bans have gone through. It is going to be Fnatic versus Azubu Blaze, and we're just waiting for the game to load themselves in. All the champions are ready and waiting to rock. And hopefully things will get underway without any problems.
So who are you fancying for this one, Demon?
Honestly, I couldn't call it. I mean, you'd think Azubu Blaze, because they're a strong team. They won MLG Dallas, but Fnatic are coming into this one after winning where was it? DreamHack Winter. DreamHack Winter. So, you know, and they beat CLG, so it was no easy slouch there. And you guys don't want to look at us for too much longer, so I will give you the game. And things are underway. Many pings are going out. And my horrendous camera work returns once again. You guys, you'll learn to appreciate the work that Lycus does on the main stage with that camera work. Although we did miss a kill. I think it was kind of our fault, though. We kind of guided him and missed it. But we are underway, and Fnatic looking like they're going for the invade, Joe.
Yeah, it certainly looks that way. Pushed up here. I'm not sure whether it's going to be a full invade or more of a let's just get that ward in position. Actually, Flame has spotted them there. See, Flame, the newest player in this Azubu Blaze team. And just the fact that his name is Flame is quite confusing at times. But it looks like Fnatic actually all going to be portaling home, and I think that's a wise move for all 5 of them to go right back there, because if you walk back, you risk the kind of counter trap in this where they're stood now here, Azubu, which is why I'm not sure if they've fully realized that they've gone all home yet, but Azubu going to wait that one out. Fnatic, there's frantic amounts of pinging going on everywhere. There is that ward down by the red buff, just using the ball here, his ambition to make sure that no one's hanging around, waiting in these bushes for anything.
They sold them really well. They have no idea where they went. And they're looking around. They've got that ward there in place. Fnatic have full vision. It's almost like a... I wouldn't say that... Oh, now they've just passed that ward. Now they're getting completely spotted. So they do know they have completely backed off. So both teams completely countering each other just with those wards. Cyanide going to start off at his own race. We'll pick that one up quite quickly. Meanwhile, we see Flame do just like he did in the first game of the day, actually. Took away the... race, didn't he? Took away the race in that game 1 versus... Come on, testing your brain here. Team Dynamic in the first match of the day. Joe's getting punch drunk. He's not sure what's going on. Too many games in one day. There really is a lot of League of Legends happening today. If you guys can't stay awake and alert through all the matches that have happened today, then you guys are not League of Legends fans, because there's been so many games. You guys at home, you could have been watching 2 streams at once. I think there are 3 streams at one point as well. So there's been a lot of matches. So we are seeing the lane switching around here. Cyanide and Helios meeting out in the middle straight away. Helios is getting forced back. Oh, tries to toss around a bandage toss on towards Cyanide. But the top lane, we're seeing a very close engagement here. Records having to use his cleanse straight away. And Rated taken down very low. Flash from Captain Jack finishes off the job. Can he hit the passive? The passive comes out, and a great turnaround kill from Records there. The passive landed very well from N-Rated there, and Records picks up the kill. Turns things back around now down the bottom. They're diving on towards Soaz. Soaz forced away. Very aggressive game straight away, Joe.
A mental start to this one, and to be honest with you, it's still not all that great. I mean, this could be bad news for Cyanide, actually. Mumu just coming in here. Is he going to check?
Well, you can see the spikes coming out. You can see the Vorpal spikes, but it doesn't matter because Cyanide's already picked it up. He's going to back away. Ambition caught out by PK. They flash through. They go for PK. Go for Ambition. He jumps down. Actually, he did jump him. He hasn't got it down, but does manage to finish him off very nicely. Oh, and now Flames walks straight into it. Gets the Rupture. Gets the Silence. PK in there as well, and it has to use the Counter-Strike to back away. Fnatic have started off absolutely crazy here. Spinning across. Lustboy taken down very low. Records forced back. Condemned back by Captain Jack, keeping him away, and Lustboy was within an inch of his life. What a mental start to this game. I love these matches.
Yeah, and one of the great things there at the start, as we still have TSM and Meet Playground at the top.
Have I not clicked save?
I don't think you clicked save.
There we go.
That'll fix it,
I think.
hopefully.
Reset score. Save. I don't know.
As you can see, me and Demon are in fact very technically minded.
I did do it. I did change it. They're definitely changed, but they're not changing on there. Okay, we'll do that in a minute. Don't worry. I'm more worried about missing action because there's so many things happening here, Joe. You take it away. In fact, I'm going to stick it on that.
We're on there. I'll get into this one, and we're on direct to camera. So if we miss anything, it's not Demon's fault this time around. So let's have a look at the CS then at this early stage. Now we've got a somewhat lull in the action after that crazy start. So we have Jax versus Lee Sin. Obviously that's Soaz against Flame. 21-14 in favor of Soaz on Lee Sin in that top lane. In the jungle, 17-13, 18-13 now in favor of Cho'Gath, who's just stalling this red buff on. Ah, fail.
Yeah, I tried to pass it off, but it wasn't quite quick enough.
And it kills itself on him. Great stuff from Cyanide, but buff's a buff, whatever. And then in between the two AD carries, 27-22. A crazy start, as we said, a killer piece. However, Demon, the first blood did go on to Vayne.
The first blood did go on to Vayne, and also the fact that it's an important kill. So. Actually, was it first blood? Yes, yeah, Captain Jack picked up first blood, but Reckles replied straight away, didn't it? So the AD carries actually back and forth worked out very well between them. So, bottom lanes, which, you know, we haven't actually really got into and mentioned it. Oh, Helios maybe getting caught out there. PK knew exactly where he was going. The bottom lanes, what I was trying to get to is Lee Sin. It's Cho'Gath in the jungle, but it's Lee Sin as a solo bottom laner, which means it could be horrible for the Azubu later on. But immediately, Soaz getting stunned out there from the counter strike from Flame, and they do force him back. Top lane though, back and forth action. CS advantage currently with Reckles, which is something you wouldn't expect, especially with those plants going down as well. Captain Jack is going to get boosted on the CS because of those plants, because I think they count as a kill. I may be wrong on that one. The ghouls certainly do.
You get 2 gold for
there
that.
They go. Does try to flash through. Enrated not catching him out though. Now as a flash engage, kind of wasted there by Enrated. Tried to get that plant, tried to get the root down. It would almost certainly been a kill because Cyanide was there. Now we see him powering it down the road. Has got those boots of mobility. He's trying to zip across in between the lanes, but he's not catching out Ambition.
Yeah, the difference I think between the plants and the ghouls is that you actually do get gold for the plants. 5 gold or 2 gold. I want to say 5. I did say 2,
I think they
but
still,
I think
yeah,
it's
but
5.
both of them count as minions. I'm pretty certain.
Yeah, but
oh, it's a good job I got rewind function. So Ambition, well, looks like you're gonna die, son. It's don't look good for you. I'm just seeing into the future. Oh, here we go. Yes, I can see Soaz is just perched off the side there. Uses the ward, comes across, lands the ulti kick straight in towards there. No way. Full on dive, buddy. So we're not getting away from that one. Completely caught out of position. There's no need to fast forward it, so I can just keep it as it is. We're not on stage or anything. We are going to see, though, continuing on towards his top lane. Cyanide, look at the speed he comes in. +5 on those boots of mobility. Meanwhile, the mid lane, they're going to continue pushing that lane. Soaz has to get himself back down bottom. It's all well and good he gets in there, gets the kill, but he can't afford to give Jax free farm, despite the fact he is actually still ahead in the farm from Flame. So doing a really great job in that lane. Soaz is one of those champions that actually a lot of people credit quite heavily. Certainly the... if you remember Stanley's interview for Season 2, he was basically saying, you know, it's really, he was disappointed that Soaz was not there because they really rate him as one of the top players, which is why, obviously, they banned out his champion. There we go, red buff stolen away. It's PK that picks that one up. See whether they're going to collapse on towards the top turret, Joe.
Yeah, actually, it looks like Cho'Gath going to go home from that one. Or not. Obviously, just doing the opposite exactly of what we're saying in that situation. When Captain Jack is around about half HP, and I don't think this would be such a bad decision. I'm not sure if they just spotted a Mumu there. Either way, they are going to be headed back. Top lane also going to be going back home, so no real action to be taking place at this stage of the game. So 3-1, Fnatic have the lead. And I actually saw a post on Twitter from their manager HXD, Harry, who was like, well, a win here would take Fnatic's, at least this lineup, to kind of the next level. Obviously, they were Season 1 champions. They won DreamHack. I guess Fnatic and their fans say, yeah, we're back, but winning that DreamHack is a different story to placing well at this event, because the field here is on a different level.
I kind of feel sorry for Harry as well, because all the other managers are here. I mean...
He is here.
Is he here?
Yeah.
I've not seen him. Oh, yes, I did.
The team sent him out for to get drinks. Apparently, he had to walk 10 minutes to find their choice of drinks. And then he wrote Best Manager EU.
Best Manager EU, yet they could have just got free water from the back of the hall. Guess they didn't want water either way. So yes, he is here. I was just about to say I feel sorry because all the other managers do manage to come in. Meanwhile, down the bottom lane, Flame is getting aggressive, but it's a little too much because you can see the Rupture comes in and does manage to leap strike straight away. They haven't quite got enough to dive on him. Meanwhile, back in the top lane, Captain Jack returns and continues to try and put the pressure down with that Blood Boil. Oh, hello. There's a lot going on in the middle as well. Trying to keep my eye on every single lane. Action all across the board. These two teams are definitely going at it. It's a low-scoring game, yet they've constantly been fighting.
Yeah, they've been fighting a lot. And actually, something just big happened here. I just noticed
True Shot Barrage went across.
Ultimate from Reckles, and also Ignite and Ultimate coming out of Zyra as well. So they're obviously fancying their chances with something up in this top lane as Captain Jack just tumbling away from that grasping roots of Zyra. Himself from having the chance at least of going down. But if we look at the CS, they're 84 to 59. Eric's doing a fantastic job with that double Doran's Blade plus a Vamp Scepter currently compared to the single Doran's Vamp Scepter that Vayne currently has in their pocket. But we may just see some action as PK actually comes down, and look at that for a read from Flame.
Yeah, they pinged it as soon as he left. I think he passed this ward here. And they immediately backed off. And now Flame's thinking, is he there? Did he possibly go back? He's gone missing for a while, so they're not quite sure.
Should I go?
And there it comes PK. PK is going to go in for it as he zips straight through, but he's going to get counter-strike that's going to hold him back. Helios now coming back around. Oriana's not there to help out, though. He's got enough. Manages to get the crescent sweep. It is Soaz that picks up the kill. Now it's going to be Helios coming in. Helios has got to be careful. There's a lot of damage coming out from Soaz right now because he's been in the lane. Because he's not that jungler, he's that lane Lee Sin. He will be doing so much more damage than his standard jungler, so you have to be careful. Lee Sin is an incredibly strong character right now.
Yeah, he is, and Soaz is one of those players that really can play with him strongly in the lane. As we are seeing here, Cyanide coming up the back. There is a ward in position, which he needs to be a little bit worried. Actually, Rupture will land. There's a silence as well coming on to Captain Jack. The Gnome comes down. Heal is used. Grasping Roots actually landing there as we do see Helios, or not see Helios go down. But Lustboy is going to get knocked in the air. And that is another kill for Ezreal, for Reckles, who's done a fantastic job with that one. There was a kill for
Helios down the bottom lane.
Helios, yeah.
There he is. There is the mummy lying on the ground.
Very sad.
Very, very sad. It's very emo. It's got the quiff and everything. It's not a happy mummy. It's down. So, top lane, looks like it's going to be going to Fnatic. They're going to be picking that one up. Mid lane, you can see, has been grinded down, but I don't think Ambition's quite good enough to take that down.
Yeah.
So, 1 tower to 0. Bottom tower also, I think, was taken very low. Yes, it was. Look at that. Just 241 hit points left on that. So, Flame has his work cut out. So has proving why he is one of the top laners. And honestly, why should I question the Koreans and the Asian teams when they say he's a top laner? They must know better than I do.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm really, Fnatic, they've had their fair share of problems, Demon, in terms of lineups. Lamia retired, which I still hate the word retired when you're 22 years old.
I mean, how bad does that make me feel?
Well, yeah.
I mean, I'm like an old age pensioner in the gaming
If he's
world.
retired, you should be long gone.
I've got my stick out and everything. I'm going to start coming to these events with my Zimmer frame.
But they had problems from them. They've been playing with Candy Panda, and then they had this whole drama that Yellow Star left SK, and then Yellow Star was playing with them. Now they've got Reckles in there, and it's great to see, winning DreamHack. They're playing great here against Azubu Blaze, which I almost want to say that Azubu Blaze, that not that they're not trying hard, but they're not going to show anything incredible in this game, because at the end of the day, it's first or second that they're going to be taking, or no, second or third, which, it's not the end of the world if you end up dropping into that low bracket. They may even fancy their chances more down that low bracket. They're still certainly not going to show any ace that they've practiced for this tournament coming into this one.
We also need to wonder if they're on a bit of a tilt, because they played Team WE on the main stage and they lost that. And it looked pretty convincing, that loss as well. So you got to be wondering if they're just feeling down on themselves. PK continuing to chase on towards Captain Jack. And we're so used to seeing, back in Dallas, Captain Jack was quite happy to just go and take away the enemy's red buff. He was quite confident that he could just go around there, take away that red buff, continue on his merry way, cause all sorts of problems for them. But that is not the case in this game. They can't. He's been pinned in his lane. You can see he's actually behind on the CS to Records. So massive credit to Records for that one. Blue buff could well be a moment of contention here, Joe. They're going to go for it.
Looks like they are going to go for it there as Records has managed to take down that turret. Here comes the ultimate out of Zyra. Cyanide is actually right in the middle of him as the ulti's on the other side there. As we are going to see Lustboy though falling down. Records will pick up that kill, and up at the top PK will take down Oriana. I'm not sure that Flame will be able to escape this one either with that Phage proccing the entire time. Actually will leap strike just about away from it, and now Soaz having a dance in the bush, going to kill this ward, or try to at least. Couldn't quite get that third and final hit off, but that was a 2-for-1 again.
A 2-for-1 exchange. They did get the blue buff as well, I believe, in that whole exchange. And honestly, they only lost the jungler, and that's going to be Captain Jack getting caught out there. PK comes straight in, diving across. Soaz gets the kill. Absolutely dominating here. Fnatic are so strong. They've managed to land the skill shot towards Helios. They're going so deep. The ulti kick comes out. PK is going to continue following. Has he got enough? Soaz has got it though. Does manage to finish her off. And now Lustboy is going to get absolutely burnt down. PK doing the work here. Wow, Fnatic are looking so strong, 10-2, and like I said, you gotta wonder if they're on a bit of a tilt after losing to Team WE. Teams can happen like that. They can get down on themselves. You know, they weren't great in day one at Dallas. They had problems, and they kind of sat down together. They had a discussion. They had to figure out what they could do. They came back on day two so much stronger. They have 3 days of this competition to sort themselves out, looking like currently they may be going into the lower bracket. This is a team that I had down as one of the favorites.
Well, I'll tell you what, whatever it is with from Azubu's side of things, Fnatic look absolutely formidable at this stage. Soaz 3-0-3. He is nicely up in the CS. Phage, Hex Drinker, Double Doris Blade, as we do see PK going in again there. And they've just looked so confident in Fnatic. I mean, PK there in the middle, 3-0-4. Reckles on Ezreal. He's again in one of those strange positions as a stand-in, let's not forget, up until now. Got a feeling if they carry on this way, he won't be a stand-in for much longer, though.
No, indeed. He manages to catch on towards Helios again there. They're matching Azubu's aggression, the Korean aggression
from Fnatic right now.
And you got to remember that Fnatic are one of those teams that did go over to Korea. They spent time in Korea. They went to OGN, Spring Championships, so they know very much what these teams are prepared about. They probably, almost certainly would have played Azubu Blaze because they were technically classed as the B team back then. That was the tournament that Azubu went to win. But as it is since then, they have done fantastically well. Like I mentioned, winning Dallas. Look at Soaz, so aggressive straight through. Their Shockwave didn't even get a chance to go off. The Zyra ultimate catching many of them. True Shot Barrage going across as well. Absolutely destroying Azubu Blaze there. Just catching every single ultimate in the perfect position. Fnatic are so strong here. They seem to be a team on a mission. Just that confidence boost they've got from winning DreamHack just last weekend seems to be carrying them through. Remember, they're coming to this as temps. They've replaced alternate. They've come into this as a replacement last minute.
They shouldn't even be here, should they? That's the funny thing about it as well. I mean, they were the next in line from the qualifiers, so you can argue that they should be here, but if alternate hadn't have got kicked out of EPS Germany, Fnatic wouldn't even be here right now. So they can thank the lucky stars that they did in fact turn up for their final game an hour late, which is why they got kicked out in the end for them penalty points. But Fnatic, they're looking very good, aren't they? I mean, Soaz again, I was already talking about him like 2 minutes ago, but that move to flash over and kick the guy out of the team, right out of it into their own side, was just formidable play. As you said, the Shockwave, it kind of did the animation and then just stopped because he was dead. Yeah, I mean,
we saw Fnatic before we came in here. We were talking to them, and they were just... They always have big smile. Peke always has that big smile on his face, doesn't he? Let's do Cyanide. They're all a happy bunch. You know, they're such a happy team. Even I don't know what it is about them, but they just seem always so happy. Even when they're lost, they're just like, nah, well, you know, big smile on their faces still. They seem a very happy
mentality.
Team. They've got a fantastic mentality, and you know that's why they've stuck with Fnatic. They've been there since season 1, pre-season 1, in fact, way before season 1. They've been there in that organisation for a long time, and they've stuck together as a team. Shusei's changed, yes, that top laner, they had a few problems, but Soaz came in there from against all authority. Again, another team that did absolutely amazing well beforehand. So they've picked up a fantastic top laner who seems to have blended and fitted very much into the team. And now, if they found Records, found a great AD, again, we've just picked up another incredibly strong European team again.
Yeah, and N-rated, let's not forget that guy, because as a support, you just generally don't get enough love, in my opinion. He has formed some of the more formidable bottom lanes that we've seen, as they're just taking on Flame a little bit. But you remember Yellow Star and N-rated was like a bit of a wow bottom lane. That
it's when he was on Leona as well. He was one of the original
he was Leona Corki. That's where that Leona Corki lane really came from. There was IEM World Championships at CBIT with AAA for those two. And then you had Yellow Star and N-rated in Fnatic. Now you've got Yellow Star, N-rated with basically whoever will play with him. I think it is the case that we saw Candy Panda, Yellow Star coming back now. Obviously, Reckles here for this tournament, and on DreamHack as well. So I hope that they find some kind of peace in their team and they hold up with one line. And there's a great kick, two of them being knocked away. Shockwave goes down, but to be honest, it didn't really do all that much. There's the curse of the sad mummy, which wasn't a very long curse, to be honest with you. Only Zyra dying currently for Fnatic, and this is going to be a good exchange for them. And Peke is not finished just yet, or is he? He decides, I think, not to really pursue that one too far, but they've got their big damages here. They've still got Diana, they've still got Lee Sin, they've still got Reckles, and do they have the Nom up? Actually, the Nom is coming up here very shortly. There is the Nom available, so that's a big chunk of damage still available with Fnatic. And to be honest, they could probably have themselves a Nexus turret, or maybe back off towards Baron, or this inner turret on the top.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to rotate towards the top turret. And as you mentioned, they just did superbly well there. They took down the AP carry, took down, I think it was the jungler as well. And all they lost was the support player, which is with N-rated, who we've just been talking about. And PK, oh, Captain Jack, he's gone too deep. He's on his own, and here comes PK, immediately comes in. Oh, he dodged out the Crescent Slash. No! Ultimate comes in, gets the moonfall, pulls him back, drops him like a stone, and Reckles straight in there. PK backs out of that one with the True Shot Barrage, lands across. Azubu Flame now in all sorts of trouble as well. Reckles going to continue this one. One more basic attack would have been all he needed. So has to protect him, and Ambition back alive, comes back in. They still haven't taken this turret down yet. They're actually going that deep. They're clearing out the minion waves before the turret even gets there. Fnatic feeling so confident right now. 14-3 up. It's going to be Fnatic versus the Taipei Assassins, I feel, at this rate. They have a 13k gold lead 21 minutes into this game. You know, I can tell you right now that Zen on the Stoic will be sat home. If he's still awake, it's 1:41.
Of course he's awake. Fnatic are playing.
Of course he's awake. Fnatic are playing. He will be delighted right now.
So let me fill you in on another little bit, which a score update. Someone actually just tweeted it saying, you guys tired, you're even confusing me. But yeah, CLGU beat CLG NA, so CLGU top in their group 2-0. They will play second place of Group C, which will be either TSM or Singapore Sentinels. So we could see a TSM CLG first round in the upper bracket as well. But for now, this game, Fnatic are a stonking 13,000 gold in the lead. 14-3 in kills, 6-0 in turrets. If I'd have said that this was how it was going to go down before the game, Demon, you would have absolutely laughed at.
Look at PK just getting in and wrecking face on Ambition. Now he can turn it on towards Captain Jack. Captain Jack's going to try and go aggressive. A little bit too much, though. I think PK is not one to be trifled with, and he is just absolutely confident right now. I think it's safe to say he banned Diana for PK. PK's proven many times in the past, though. He's strong on many champions.
I tell you what, I still think that Diana and Katarina are worth banning.
Absolutely. I mean, without a doubt, unquestionable for me. I think they are two champions that can snowball so hard. Once you get those kills, once you get that little bit of damage, now he's got that Abyssal Scepter and Rabadon's Death Cap. He's just got so much damage on there, he will just tear you a new one if he catches onto him. And Ambition has not stayed alive for so long. 1-6-1. When the hell did you see a Korean AP mid get that score?
I can't tell you, to be honest. I honestly can't tell you the last time I saw that. Certainly not one of the Korean AP mids that play for either of the Azubu teams or any of the other top teams that I remember, at least. So yeah, we are seeing Fnatic here trying to finally finish off that top as we get a pause and an unpause.
Straight away resume. They are trying to get in a position to 2v1 this Baron, I think. As it is, they've got 2 members pushing in this top wave. The whole of Azubu's now come up there. They're trying to collapse onto someone. It's Lustboy they were trying to close into. Use the Blood Boil on himself and speeds away from that one. Now he's going to bait him down. Is he going to bait it a little bit too much so? Yes, he is, because you can't wreck with PK. Even with exhaust on, he's still doing the damage. Finishes him off, gets him straight down. Top wave, creep wave has got still coming in there. Records is going to get in there, going to take that down. They're going to push it towards the mid. Follow the creep wave. The super minions going in there. Ambition uses the shockwave, but it's not enough. Helios has to pop his ultimate, immediately kicked into the wall. PK comes in, says thank you very much, picks up another kill. 6-0-6. Records taking down the top turret. Fnatic, the rest of the team, taking down the bottom turret. They are split off. It's going to be all 3 inhibitors going down, Joe. I can't see a way back for Azubu Blaze here.
No, they need a miracle now. We talked about throwing games before, but this needs a bit of a miracle if they're to come back into it. Records finally running out of minions in that bottom lane. However, the 2 inhibitors are now down. I'm guessing Fnatic going to finish this off good old tutorial style. Do it the safe route, which is going to be taking down this inhibitor turret, the inhibitor afterwards as well. And they will be left then with 2 open Nexus turrets and the Nexus to finish off this game. And I guess they're going to have quite a few of the Fnatic management team. Obviously, I know the Fnatic management team very well, and they're going to be really happy with this one. I actually spoke to some of their managers about League of Legends and the state of the game and that kind of thing. And they're going to be really happy with how this has gone so far, especially after they picked up DreamHack last week. But it looks like they're not quite ready to finish just yet.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why, because they're wrecking face. The double minions now, the double super minions have spawned. And look at their... They've not lost a single tower. 9-0, all inhibitors down. Fnatic are absolutely destroying Azubu players here. This is quite remarkable. And this is... I'm excited to see this, because it's another European team becoming so strong, which, is just a scary thing. B, it's another strong team making a comeback. The Season 1 champions. Oh, Captain Jack. Oh, doesn't matter. Oh, pops the ultimate and Records True Shot Barrage finishes him off. Where did that get shot from? Oh, it wasn't too far back.
I instantly looked towards the base.
Yeah, so where was that
was the best ultimate ever. But
here we go. Alas. Multiple stacks. Oh no, the inhibitor respawn, so they didn't get the double minion. Double super minions doesn't matter. They haven't gone back to buy. 6-0-7, 7-0-2, 4-0-6. These are all incredibly huge scores for the carries against, honestly, Azubu Blaze, a strong team. I have them down as one of my top 3. And at the moment, I'm just not sure how this is going to go. Team WE, of course, beat Fnatic earlier. Let's not get carried away here. But a Flame has he got dealt with by Soaz in that bottom lane. It can't, and again, on the turret, bouncing diving from PK. Diving straight in, there's the rupture. Captain the rest of the team, they are dropping like flies. Double kill for Records. Captain Jack forced to go back onto his Nexus Fountain. But it doesn't matter, it's all over, and Azubu Blaze are defeated by Fnatic here at IPL 5 group stage, and that means that it's going to be Taipei Assassins versus Fnatic for the winner bracket later on, and it's going to be Azubu Blaze going into the lower bracket. I did not expect that. The MLG Dallas champions down into the lower bracket already, and Fnatic absolutely dominating 22-3.
Nearly a 20K
it's a 20K gold lead, nearly 11-0. That you just don't get more a one-sided game than that, and it was so Fnatic of plays at the start. There's so many kills back and forth, such an aggressive game, and it's turned out that way. Fnatic just matched them aggression for aggression.
And the funny thing at the start is we said it's a Vayne demon. Don't give Vayne first blood.
What Captain Jack Vayne.
Vayne gets first blood. And then, Reckles actually killed her straight away, and that was pretty much all we heard of Vayne for the entire game. Really didn't get involved in things. And I'm really happy for Fnatic again. I'm sure that Daniel Klein, as late as it is in Europe, he's stayed up to watch. He's probably dancing around the house, swinging his long hair and all that kind of stuff to the sound of Fnatic.
Moshing away.
I don't know. So he's got to be doing something there. That's just how Xenon rolls.
So let's just go through their scores once again. This is a drum it home, really. How the scores were 7. Well, I could, but I don't know what the score, how to. Because is that one going to do it? Yes, it is. Excellent. 7-0-9 for PK, 1-1-6 for Cyanide in the jungle, 4-0-9 for Soaz, 9-0-4 for Records, and 1-2-8 for N-rated. And just look at those scores. When have you ever seen a Korean AP mid get 1-7-1? That is absolutely blowing my mind right now. Captain Jack, 2-4-0. Nobody could really get going in that team. Only 3 kills across the whole Korean team. Absolutely crazy stuff. Really well played, Fnatic. And honestly, I'm excited to see how they're going to do against the Type A Assassins. Now, if they can match that kind of aggression, they may have a chance.
They may have a chance, and I think we can. I'm going to refresh one more time, just see if you've got any more updates, and kind of fill you in on exactly how things are going to go, what's going to be coming up next. As I said, this is mine and Demon's final game.
Is that last game of the day?
I almost want to tell Optimus Tom and Studio to get out of here, and we're going to do another
get
game.
Out of our room.
Obviously, I'm not going to be that mean to him. So here we go. Then.
Well, they've just had Moscow 5 versus Type A Assassins, WE versus Azubu Blaze. They've had some pretty damn good games on their stage.
And we got Fnatic stomping Azubu Blaze.
And TSM stomping Meat Playground. We get 2 stomps here on the B stream.
So we've got a lot of changes coming in here. So World Elite first in Group A, Fnatic second in Group A, Blaze third, Dynamic fourth. So that's that group done. Group B, CLGU first. The winner of Prime and Fear will be second. And obviously then the loser of that one third, and Iceland in fourth. Group C, Curse EU, top of the group, 2 wins out of 2. Singapore Sentinels or Solo Mid in second, the loser in third, and Meat Playground in fourth. And then finally in Group D, Taipei Assassins in first, the winner of M5 and Curse in second, the loser third, and Blackbean in fourth, which means we actually only know one upper bracket game, which will be that fourth place, the fourth one in the bracket, Taipei Assassins versus Fnatic.
Yes, so fantastic games all day. Thank you very much for watching. It is going to be Optimus, Tom, and Studio in here next, I believe, since they've just joined us in the room. So I guess Freak's just lingering as well. Freak's ready to go on towards main stage. He'll be on main stage with Jat in a few moments as well. So do not go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back after these short adverts.